of the gods. Hiding itself with all its mystery for 2,000 years, enormous statues fighting against time. The most mysterious ancient world of the gods. A king who aimed for immortality and divinity. A place where unique gods met. The celestial throne of the gods. Nemrut. The history of Adiyaman extends back 40,000 years from the time of Christ. It became home to many civilizations: the Hittites, the Hurrians, the Phrygians, Assyrians, Persians, Macedonians, and the Commagene. The Commagene succeeded in displaying their kingdom for 230 years at a time of great power rivalry and vicious wars. Thanks to King Antiochus, who became immortal and wrote his name in history. With his ego and intelligence, Antiochus aimed to be immortal and divine. He was of Persian and Macedonian descent. The kingdom of the Commagene was also located in an important location, a passage for the Persians to the west and east for the Romans. He had to protect his land, and so, by marrying his daughter Laodica off to the Persian prince Orodes II, he became allies with Persia. In this way, he had the power to stand up against Rome. He rose to fame by defeating Rome, the king of a small country, against the superpower of the time. King Antiochus, who succeeded in maintaining his status and land, had only one goal left: to become immortal. He had to do something that would assure that he would not be forgotten, and that for centuries thereafter, his name and power would be talked about. He had to do something, but his main fear was that his dream would not be permanent. And King Antiochus used his self-confidence and diplomacy to build a statue of himself and all the gods on the 2,206-meter-high Mount Nemrut. He chose Nemrut because Nemrut was the peak of the area, and it was the best place to watch the sunrise as well as the sunset. His goal here was to synthesize the gods of the East and the West to create a new religion, a new system of faith. That's why all the gods here have two names. One of their names is in Persian and the other in Macedonian. Zeus Aramastes, Apollon Mithras, Commagene Fortuna Tyche, Heracles Artagnes. The protective eagle of the Commagene kingdom, which represents domination of the sky. The protective lion statue, which represents the kingdom's domination of the earth, were made along with Antiochus's own statue. In this way, Eastern and Western civilizations wouldn't be able to destroy a temple that had their own gods. It was a very clever idea and could have made him reach his goal. In reality, his greatest fear was to disappear and be destroyed. This feeling was expressed clearly in the inscriptions left behind the pedestals of the statues. Whoever protects these statues and our memory through my prayers will have the blessing of all the gods and my ancestors. Whoever harms these statues will be cursed by all the gods, and all his family who dirty the soil will burn in angry fire. As much as the statues and engravings here, the tumulus made out of millions of tons of limestone are fascinating. It was in the middle of the eastern and western terrace, and it prevailed over all the land. 140 meters in diameter and 55 meters tall, it is the highest tumulus in the world. The same statues that are on the western terrace, where the sunrise is watched best, are also featured on the eastern terrace, where the sunset is best watched. Behind the thrones is King Antiochus' 223-line will. It is nomos, one of the most important findings in Nemrut, which is the lion horoscope. The lion horoscope is the world's oldest horoscope. The date of July 7th, 62 BC is read on the engravings of the moon and stars. This date corresponds to the date in which King Antiochus first came onto his throne. To the north and south of the terrace, there are engravings of the Commagene Kingdom's Persian kings. King Antiochus is thought to be buried in a chamber beneath the tumulus. If this room is found, it will be the first intact tomb from the Hellenistic period to be discovered. But to this day, no one has been able to find it. Since the day it was discovered, Mount Nemrut has attracted world-famous archaeologists such as Theresa Göhl, Pushtain, Sester, Karl Dorner, and Osman Hamdi Bey. The archaeologists who were fascinated with the unique works here have worked for years to try to get inside the tumulus and unfold its mystery, but all have failed. Theresa Göhl was so amazed by Nemrut that in her will she asked for her ashes to be spread across Mount Nemrut. Antiochus, in his will, wanted his statues to be visited and preserved. Even though his sons and grandchildren didn't fulfill his will, Antiochus reached his goal many years later. Mount Nemrut was made a World Heritage Site on the 11th of December, 1987. In 2004, Nemrut was awarded the Golden Apple, the Oscar of tourism, by FIJET, the World Federation of Travel Journalists and Writers. Even though Antiochus left his mysterious world into unknown secrets, his dream became reality 2,000 years later. The whole world now knows of him and his kingdom, and to watch the sunrise and sunset, to see his mysterious world, they visit Mount Nemrut.
Eigenem Auto von Deutschland.
Come from Uzbekistan.
We are from Poland.
In the United States.
Come from England.
I'm from Estonia.
I'm from Taiwan.
Es ist einfach absolut klasse, absolut fantastisch hier.
For King Antiochus, the sun had risen once again, 2,000 years later. King Antiochus succeeded in becoming immortal.
Adıyaman, güneşin doğduğu yer. Farklı kültür ve ülke insanlarının ziyaret ettiği, antik dünyanın sakladığı gizemleri sergileyen, dil, din, ırk ayrımı yapılmadan kardeşçe yaşanılan, huzuru temsil eden il. Adıyaman. Doğanın tüm cömertliğini sergilediği, bereketli topraklara sahip, üzerinde ülkemizin en büyük barajı Atatürk Barajı'nın bulunduğu, Cennet Irmağı Fırat Nehri'ni ağırlayan ve birçok uygarlığın büyüleyici kalıntılarına sahip il Adıyaman.